All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Oh man, a great weekend of football has taken place, and I am here with my guy, the multi-time flag football champion. Daniel, what is going on, man?
What's good, man? Oh, Lord.
You already know,
This
feeling
weekend
great.
was good. You know,
Oh, yes, it
when
was.
your takes come through for you, you know, you can back
Glorious,
it
a
up a little bit.
glorious feeling. But what he's speaking of, let's get straight to it. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens 17-10. And it couldn't feel any better, man. Where to start? Where to start? Did we just start with we was right about Lamar? Is that where we should
Yeah,
start?
I
Or do you want to
mean,
start with love? You want to start with some low key hate?
uh,
Where are we going with this? You tell me. I'm
I
ready
don't
for
want to
both.
sound, I just don't want it to sound like we coming back on the pod just to bash Lamar
True.
because we knew it was gonna happen. We
Yes.
called it, so it ain't like we
Straight called it
surprised.
at all.
It's not like we surprised. The people who should be surprised is the people who said Lamar got better passing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like he's the same quarterback.
20 for
Get him to drop back
37.
30 times, 30 plus times, and you'll win.
Oh, here, speaking of that, you want to hear the crazy stat? I have it some. Hold on, let me find it. Uh, in the entire history of the Ravens since February 1996, the Ravens are 3-65 when they run the ball 20 times or less. That's just attempts. So this is beyond
but
Lamar.
but
This is beyond
but
everything. Like this is a franchise thing. They
but
just
this but the thing is like, and once another thing we talked about, why are these teams going away from the run so quick?
I'm
Like,
so
what
glad you
is
brought it
going
up.
on?
I don't
Like, well, I
understand it.
just don't understand it. And the Chiefs is going back to it.
Yeah.
It's like everything.
It's like the
It's like
opposite. It's
it's
complete
like the Chiefs
opposite.
always do opposite of what the league is trying to do,
Yeah,
and
ground
then
and pound. All
then
right,
they
we're gonna
get,
throw it 50 times. Throw it
yeah,
50 times.
it's
All right, we're gonna run it
okay.
25 to 30
34. They
times.
ran it what 34 times last night.
Yeah, bruh.
It's like,
Yes. I can't believe
and
it. Ever
everybody
since
up
you
there
said
throwing
it, it's
it.
just been sticking out like so badly. I can't help but just notice it now of like, oh, we're down 7. We can't run the ball anymore. It's like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
It's like they just get away from it. It's just like,
And we'll get to it with the
I,
Lions. The Lions did the opposite.
yeah,
Y'all up 25 and
y'all
stop
up
running the ball.
24-10. You got to start running. They and
You supposed to
right. We
keep
get to it,
running
but
the
the
ball.
Lions
Yeah.
played like they was down,
I
which
just
was weird.
It's so
So
weird. I think it just has to be the offensive coordinators just panicking. I can't, there's no other way to explain it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, especially with the Ravens here, your identity is tied. Obviously, 3-65 since 1996. If you don't run the ball more than 20 times, is so ridiculous. I was expecting it to be like, oh, they're 50-50 or whatever, but 3 times in 30 years? The last time they did it was the Dolphins game with Lamar and Tua when they went back and forth and scored like 40 apiece or whatever it was
yeah, I
uh,
just
last year. But it's like that your identity for the entire existence of this franchise
is to
has been
run.
running the ball. And you ran the ball, what was it? What they have? 4 carries. Running backs have four
They had
carries at
six
halftime and they
carries. They had
ended with
six
six.
total. Yeah,
That's sad.
that's not good.
You can't.
Especially when you're a running team. It's just like, when did y'all decided y'all want to drop back and throw 40 times? Like, I'm
It's
just
just
so
a
confused with this
panic.
game plan. And then that's what Chris Broussard on first thing first, he was like, the mystique of Patrick Mahomes. It's just like, you
Scares
get
you.
down, you feel like you have to start scoring now. Because you those first two drives on that
Yeah.
Ravens, gaunt that gauntlet of their defense they got over there, it's just like Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes' first two drives. Okay, we just gonna pick you apart
Well, let's
piece
go
by
back.
piece.
Let's go back, start from the beginning, and run down through some of these drives real quick because excuse me. Because I feel like a lot of people forget. Like I heard people being like, the Chiefs, their first drives, they limited their possessions and they went on and on about the offense. And I feel like a lot of people failed to. I guess they must have forgot that the first drive of the game was
Getting it.
a 3-play, 3-yard drive He went 3 and out. The Ravens got the ball first and went straight
Yeah.
up 3 and out. And
Yep.
I feel like that just keeps getting glossed over as they ran for 1 yard. Lamar scrambled, didn't go nowhere, and then he
Yeah.
just threw some bullshit. And they had to punt. It's like you had the perfect opportunity to come out here, run the ball down their throat, get a lead, and stick to your game plan. And you
You
instantly
decided to
come out.
pass.
But no, I mean, you instantly come out and kind of just fuck it up. You
Well,
blow it.
yeah,
But
that's
I
what I'm
guess you're
saying.
right
That
though.
it like
It was
they
run and then
ran.
pass, pass. Yeah,
It was pass
run,
because
pass,
the reason
pass.
why he scrambled is because he
They was
dropped
throwing
back
the ball.
and
Yeah,
we in our D line as soon as the first play of the game they was on it. Like
it was crazy.
I'm just and then Spags too.
Yeah,
Man,
the
did
Spags
exactly
show
the
was.
opposite of how
Woo.
Josh Allen was defended
Guess
against.
what?
You
We're
think
gonna
he
go
and
one
you think
high
he's
and
not
blitz.
and you think he's not going to
Ah,
draw up a whole different defense for how we do Purdy? Like it's just like
yeah,
he designs his defenses based on the quarterback's like weakness and then he attacks your weakness and be like, all right, let's see if you really got it. Let's show us you a quarterback,
yeah.
basically.
It just did you pick up on the same thing I did where it seemed like there were times where they was sending the spy on like a fake blitz, or was I
Yeah, and they
tripping?
had
Where it was
no,
just like a
they
fake blitz to contain. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? You sent
well
the safety on a fake blitz where he just kind of was like, all right, I'm just gonna hang out here now.
he runs at the line, then he just
And
stops,
just
and
kind
then
of
he
stop.
backs
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
That's
and then sometimes
crazy.
he might go through. That's exactly what they set up for Reed's sack because Reed was the
Yeah.
one doing the fake blitz
Yep.
and spying. But that one he got the sack because he came in and then he just went straight under the tackle because the dude didn't know he was
Hmm.
coming or not, and
Bruh.
then got the sack.
I don't know if I can't recall ever noticing or seeing that just in a game like a handful enough times where I started being like, are they really? Is this a thing that they're doing? Like we're running like a weird contain. Like don't for some plays we're gonna go all
If he
out and go
runs,
get
make him
him.
run up the middle. That's
Yeah,
what
it
that's
was
basically
that's
what the defense
crazy.
was. If he runs, make him run to our defense, not away from it.
That is wild. It's like you
That's
just
just
don't
what
see that in the NFL of just like, hey, we're just containing the quarterback
yeah.
on a
You seen you
rush.
it was a couple plays where
Oh.
the D line didn't even look like they was actually rushing. It
No,
was
and
just
that's what I
more
mean.
like
There
a
was a bunch of those. Like where it
and then
started
they
to
just
be like,
let
what is
Lamar throw.
happening? Yeah.
Just
And then he
throw
would
it.
stand back there for 3 beats. One read, two read.
Oh, they do got
Uh
two all pro. Oh, it's supposed to be all pro corners. Okay, so they locked. They locked. That gave him a free man,
and it's crazy
and
because
then he decided not to run.
the funniest thing to me is we did that whole take on Lamar
Yeah,
being not being a better passer. Maybe he understood the game at a higher level, which that kind of played out to be like not really. And the saddest thing
this
to me about that whole situation is if he would have just ran the ball, they probably would have cooked us.
what the
We would
thing
have got
about
cooked.
the one thing everybody. I just why did I'm just so confused on why didn't he run?
I
It's
don't,
just like
that's
nobody knows but him. I just like I'm not gonna sit here and make it like if for me to say Lamar Jackson didn't run because he wanted to sit back and torch us with his
yeah,
arm is absurd. I don't even want to
it's
say that because why did
crazy.
he even think that?
But it's because all of the stuff we've been talking about, the narrative is he's become such a better passer. He's developed so much more as a quarterback. And in
Did
reality,
he
which
not? Did they not look at his? Are
I
we the?
think a lot of people,
I'm
after
just confused.
yesterday have come around to realize, hey, the team
This
kind of carried you a little bit and you do what you do and you're amazing at what you do, but also like the defense is a top defense. Your running backs are great. Your offensive line is great. Your weapons are a notch higher than they've ever been, and you kind of just put up the same numbers you always put up. And a lot of people are starting. I've heard a few people today that I listened to that are just like, yeah, like maybe he's, maybe maybe you got carried a little bit. Maybe
or
you,
I don't.
because look what
Maybe
happens
he
when it's like, all right,
somebody said James Harden. Maybe it's just like this
no, it's definitely
excellent
James Harden.
regular season person, and then when the playoffs, when the
Yeah.
lights get the brightest,
How
you
many
can get
times have
on the
you heard me
podium and
say
say
that this
whatever.
year? Of just like in the playoffs, what was it? It was 5-5-5 or 5-5-4. Like you got 5 touchdowns, 5 picks, 5 fumbles. Like now it's 6-6-6. Now you got
Yeah,
your 6 to 12, 6 touchdowns to 12 turnovers. Do you know how crazy that is?
yeah,
You never beat anybody that scored more than 13 points. Do you know how crazy that is? All you got to do is score 13 points to beat the Ravens in the
but
playoffs.
the Ravens, and what's crazy is Nick. I think Nick Wright put it up today on First Thing First.
Mm-hmm.
Every time the Ravens decided to have their lowest
It's in the
uh
playoffs, yeah.
points is in the playoffs.
Every time, every year,
Every year,
they lowest
they
scoring
lowest score in
total.
the game total is in the playoffs, and they all been under Lamar Jackson. It's
Bro,
just like so you decide not to be an MVP whenever everybody wants you to be an MVP.
because
I just like
it's so simple. If I'm a coordinator and I know you guys, this team cannot throw the ball deep consistently, guess what I'm gonna do? Put 8, 9 in a box and
press,
say good
press,
luck.
and put eight in the box. Get two.
Good
That's what.
luck.
Get two corners that's locked down to take away whoever you think's your best target.
Mhm. And you done for.
Speed linebackers that can get sideline to sideline, and
Oh
then
man.
D tackles that can stop the run up the middle.
Yep.
Like and then edges that can get off. Like we got our defense is set up for it. Like people who sleep on, they've been asleep all year on this defense. Like and
Yeah.
it's just like and now it's biting everybody in the ass because they've been trying to find a way. And it's like, well, they can't get ran on, can we?
Can't yeah. Well, they stopped the
it's
pass, but they can get run on. Okay, now what happened? Now you can't run and you can't pass. So what are you gonna have? You better.
like this
The
the
only
team
person that
that
can save
smoked.
everybody from us going crazy over all this, continue just talking, going to the moon with this. It's just one of the best defenses of all time, to smack the best D coordinator ever. Is the scheme. The only thing you could do is out scheme Spags. That's all that's
Yeah,
left now. There
that's
is
basically
no
have
weakness.
good luck because Spags don't give a shit. Like I
Yeah.
like he's and what's crazy is he been a head coach. He's not trying to be a head coach. All he wants to do is call defenses and get and have freedom for that. Andy Reid
Thank
gives him
God.
total freedom to just call whatever the hell he want at any single time and just like, all right. Andy Reid don't
Oh,
even, I'm sure Andy Reid don't even touch defensive practice sometimes. He
bro.
just Spags take over. Like
Somebody said that if you stripped away his name and made him 45 years old, he would have been the number one head coaching candidate in the league, even though he's a defensive coach.
oh
Like he would
yeah.
have hands down been like the
It's just
first
his
name on the
history
board.
of being a head coach
It's
is the only
terrible.
reason. And then now it's a deep offensive head coach
Which
like
also that's not
league,
fair to
but
Spags because he had one bad season and then or one bad run as a head coach, and then his other run was he was an interim. So he really only
yeah.
got one chance to be a head coach, and they were kind of just
Yeah,
like,
but he don't. I think he don't give a shit. He probably don't want to be honest. Because if he wanted to be a head coach, I'm sure his name would have. Even now, his name would have shot up somewhere.
you would think. I
Like
mean, he's
I
his
don't think
age is
he
up there
wants
though.
you. But you never hear reports anything like Spags.
Nothing.
I'm sure next year is gonna be like Spags signed extension. And like some weird headline we see going into next year, like, oh, okay, cool. Another 3 years with Spags.
How
Like
old is he? He is
they
64.
they all was on the Eagles together.
Jeez,
It
that's
was like
crazy.
five coaches that was involved in yesterday's game that was on the Eagles together. It was like Harbaugh,
Yeah, yeah,
Andy Reid, Spags,
yeah. A couple
uh,
of the tight end coach.
yeah,
The one of the receivers is the running back coach now for us. It's just
yeah.
crazy. Let's
So
go back. Let's go back to the first drive for the Chiefs now. We did a little Lamar. We'll get back. The defense will pop up again as we go through the recap in the game. But
right.
the opening script, what the fuck was that? What was Pat
Uh,
15 for 15 on
oh,
the
you talking about
first,
for the offense?
because the first drive is the 10 play,
Yeah, he was.
86 yards.
Yeah, he was. He, oh, I don't know, boy.
I think he was 15 for 15 on the first 15 plays, on the first 15 passes, I should say. Like
Yeah,
they,
he completed a hella in a row. I can't remember, but because Travis Kelsey alone was 11 for 11, so we
yeah,
know
for
every
the
pass that
entirety
went
of
to
the game,
him
yeah.
was was completed. So
He was 11 for 11. You know how ridiculous that is? Hold on, that's why I pulled it up because I had to pull this play up, bro. It's so
which one?
ridiculous. 4th and 2. Well,
Oh
no, this is the
yeah,
four. There's two of them. This was one. Let me make sure I don't blow my eardrums out. This the 4th and 2, the little sprint out across the body on the money.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was first of all,
Vintage
that was a
trash.
snag. Like he
It was
snagged
his
the
no, it
fuck
was a
out of that.
snag. It was a good throw only where he can get it.
The
And
fact that
then
Pat can do that also, I
but
just
look
people
at the
don't.
but let's stop. Look at the size difference of him in this corner that he just
Yeah, that is
RP that corner.
crazy.
He had no chance, dog. Like
You got, and then
Pat
he's over
just threw it
here.
up.
But yeah, but look, you have Jadavion Clowney. That ain't no
Oh yeah.
scrub coming down on you.
Yeah, there's Jawan Taylor. Oh no.
Boy, yeah. I never noticed that. I've watched this like 5 times. I never. He got beat so bad. Let's
He
see.
like shit.
Nobody picked him up.
Nobody even picked him up.
He didn't even pick him up at
And
all.
he
And then he
just
like,
found
oh
it.
fuck.
He's like shit.
You're like, hold on, why is it only 3? Like, oh, but look at, and then Pat. The reason I pointed out was Pat literally turns to make this throw. He turns his entire body sideways. Like he literally has to turn back full
I'm
tilt.
sitting here, I'm sitting here laughing because I really just realized it's 4th and 2, and this great defense coordinator y'all had decided to man with this guy on Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah. Who is
Why?
that?
It's the dude who MVS beat at the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, the dude that got knocked out.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
see the
yeah. I can't
number. I
remember
think
his
if that's number
name.
10, if that's number 10, and it's the dude who MVS beat at the end of the no, that's 21. Who is that? Steve Stevens?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Shouldn't have had him.
Exactly. Who? Who the fuck is
Should,
that?
shouldn't have had him on trap, man.
Nah, that's too easy. That's
Come
too easy.
on.
He too small. Like that's not even fair, man. That
That
was like, but that's 4th and 2. Now the real one that was like, oh my God, what am I looking at right now? Was the 3rd and 5 on the next drive?
oh, the one when
Yes.
Pat got hit and he just threw that mug and somehow Trav just
And
did some
Trav just
crazy
fell
shit.
out, reached out and grabbed it. Yeah, because they scored a touchdown on that. And then you
You
get
even showed Pat back shoulder to Trav on their best defender.
boy, I got that. Is this okay? This is wait, which one is this? Oh, this is the touchdown. Yeah, I might as well show the yeah, because this pass was crazy too. Dot. That's so
I can't even see it.
oh, you can't see it? Oh fuck, my bad. Hold
Nah.
on.
He
Let's
said,
see.
boy, I see the placing at the bottom now.
Let me get this right. Oh, that's not it. Here we
There
go.
you go.
Nope.
Oh, damn, it was up there.
I'm trying to change. There we
Ooh.
go. Change it to the app. That and now what is this? So basically, you manned up
Good. You got a
again,
good,
basically.
yeah, with Cal, their best defender, Cal Hamilton. You
Yeah,
trust that, right? It's just,
but what
that's
do you do
an
with this
unbelievable connection. Any other quarterback probably throws a pick, or at least
back
is
shoulder?
at best, I mean, at worst, bat down. But
I
that's
just want
just
to know.
6 years of connection right there. Look at
I just
that.
want to
Clean
know
pocket.
what the fuck. Like, I need to see the all 22 because how is he coming this way for Pat
What
to
you mean?
back shoulder him to the
He ran like
pylon?
a go back to the beginning. I think he ran like a out and up, if I'm not mistaken. You see him go out.
So then he cuts
He and then
up.
he cuts up and then he back shouldered it
Okay, so
right
oh,
there.
he just turning around. That's why I
Yeah,
thought he was cutting
he just
inside
adjusted.
and then
No, he adjust.
stopped. Oh, that's why I was like, what
No,
the
I'm
fuck?
sure they practiced. He just adjusted good on the ball where once again, a place only he could get it. It's outside
Only
the corner. Had to go through Travis to get to it. And Trav big
ugh,
body. You ain't doing that. Bam, back
absolute
shoulder.
dot. My God. He should have spiked it on top of that nigga head. That would have been the most disrespectful shit of all time. But oh man, let me just play
Man.
all of these. Well, first let's shout out, give Lamar a little bit of love here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
This that
that
was a good play.
That Zay touchdown was ridiculous. Hold on, let me fit this in the screen all the way.
Yeah, Chanel. Goddamn.
Now Chanel low key in coverage was getting fucking cooked, but I'll take it because on all the
Willie
he
get
was doing
hopefully Willie Gay be
fine.
back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was doing fine in the run and rushing
He
and
did
shit.
good enough. How about that?
Yeah, you was doing good enough rushing that I feel like, you getting cooked constantly underneath in the passing game was excusable. But no, that shit, the only thing I didn't like from Leo here was he just gave
Go
up. He just
just go
totally
lower.
gave up.
He shouldn't have went upper, but he should have hit that dude right at the
Well, yeah,
waist.
and you got to realize this Lamar Jackson. You
Yeah, you
can't
got to get the
do no shit
legs,
like
bro.
that.
I ain't saying like hit him in the legs like knee area type thing. I'm just saying
But you got
like
to
you
wrap
got
him
to
up
make sure you got to wrap him up. You can't do that. You can't
because the fact
go.
that he
You know
just
he's slippery and things like that. Look at that. He's just oops, step up, and now he got. Look, he do it all the time. Look, he stepped up. Look what he about to do. Go under your arm because that he know what you. You
he
think
know
he ain't practiced?
exactly
It
how you.
happens all the time. I don't
That's so
understand why ain't y'all
crazy.
look. And then he just like, okay, cool.
But that's the thing that pissed me off. Leo after that he was like, I don't even want to
Well, he
like
was
press it
scared to because if
anymore.
he attacked it, if I attack more,
He
then
finna cook this. He
he
finna
so
cook
he like
it.
I'm just gonna make sure.
I've
He
been
said I'm just
scared
gonna
too,
make
bro.
sure I contain this dude.
I would have been scared
And
too,
then he
because
had a blocker right there set up, which is
yeah,
good for him too. So and then you see we got other two dudes mixed up right here, and these
boy.
other two dudes is out the picture completely. So you know what I mean he got a pretty clean pocket for breaking the block.
But that's the only thing is like, boy, you just was like, nope, I'm not even
And then it was like
no more pressure. Well, now that was crazy. And then y'all did the most fuck like cursed. You cursed yourself doing the swag surf in the end zone.
uh,
Disrespectful. But yeah, Lamar,
you
come on, man. We got to give. That's the thing. Like we never set up here and said Lamar wasn't
old
great.
Lamar would, but the good thing about, I mean, but you get to good because it's just like old Lamar would have just
Would
broke
have
that sack
ran.
and ran.
Yeah,
But this
that's
one
the
stayed
progress.
looking down the field
But
and
for me,
completed it.
the
But
whole point of the whole point of the argument for me is so we saying he never could make that throw? Is that what we saying by a better passer? Or are we saying that he just don't
mm,
run? That was the whole point. So we saying because he doesn't
well, no, I
run,
think old
it's
Lamar
he's
still
a
would have
better
made that throw.
passer.
To be honest,
Oh,
old
Lamar would have
Lamar still,
made yeah, he can
but
make that throw. It's in college. Like, what are we? That's the shit that pissed me off. To say Lamar got better as a passer, he get better cognitively. So it's like, well, let me not just take off. Let me take a beat, look, and then maybe I'll run. But even that bit you in the ass in this game. So look, where's that? I don't have too many clips here, but let me pull up that third down because that was a doozy. It's like some type of here it is. Man to man. Oh, by the way, there is no such thing as a Kelsey stopper. That is not real.
mm, no.
That's not.
Like a man, like as one single man that can
Derwin
hold him
James
man
was
on man.
supposed to be the Kelsey stopper. Now Kyle Hamilton is supposed to be the Kelsey stopper. It
And
don't
it's
work.
some, and they got who it's supposed to be. It's
It's somebody
another
else. Yeah.
to
There's another
the
one.
linebacker from the Bills. They say they
I
can
know they're
hold him.
not
It's
talking
just
about
like
Milano.
no, Milano will get cooked.
Fuck
It's
no.
they outside, but
Either way, it's not
no.
a real
Anyway,
thing.
it is
It's
like
not
no.
real. I just
It's
wanted to
like
preface
I just
that.
don't understand why people still don't double him. Like what? Like it's just like
Hey, the last time that I remember seeing him get doubled all game long was Raiders. Raiders said we're not doing this. You getting triple
like,
team. We
I
putting
don't
two
have.
on you, and we leaving the safety. The safety is like just watch him. Just
Right.
watch. If he's on your side of the field, watch him. Which seems like a no brainer to just do that. Hey, if
Yeah.
Travis Kelsey breaks to your side of the field and you the deep safety, just go, just sneak down. Just
That's
cheat.
exactly
You're gonna
why we
have to
snuck.
cheat
That's
down.
exactly why we snuck MVS right past that. Because if you do that, that's exactly what they did
That's
on
how
that
you
game
get
winning
beat deep.
play.
True.
You get beat deep because as soon as Travis crossed MVS face, everybody jumped Travis. And he had enough ground on this dude that was
That's
holding
true.
him. And there you go.
But that's why you got to do it early. Set the standard early. That way you
Yeah,
can flip it and hopefully. he been locked up, which we've seen that a bunch of times this year, where Trav been locked up so much that eventually by the end of the game, he not even looking and he's open now. But I digress. Let's look at this ridiculous shit. I don't even understand. Because the moves by Pat already was the fake end was hilarious.
He said, no.
Nope, I'm
Because
not
I
going
was
in.
gonna run, but I want to
I'm not doing
pass
that.
actually.
Reset the feet. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Somebody coming. Shit. Look, man, why and this line what was our lineman doing just watching the whole play breakdown? Didn't try to
Because
run after
Pat is
dude.
so amazing, bro.
He said,
Sometimes
let me
what
see
do
what
you
this
do?
nigga gonna do.
What do you do?
He said, look at him. Look,
He
if he
literally
turns
not doing
around and
nothing,
looks, but if
bruh.
he turns around and looks, he can get the dude. So Pat didn't have to do all that. Look,
So
just watch.
easy.
All right. It was your dude anyway. What? No, it was
Nah, nah.
Jadavion.
He just don't even know where to go.
He does look at him. Look. But look, the
Now he
other lineman
realized that,
let him
oh
go.
shit. Hey,
Other
bro.
lineman was like, he just let him go. It was
Uh
like, shit, Pat still got the ball.
line play when you have Patrick Mahomes is so funny, bro. Cause what I mean, to be honest though, when he once Creed picks up the other blocker, because that's what happened, is he passed him off. What do you do
They
now
blocked
though?
good initially. Like everything's blocked initially, but
Yeah,
it's just
because the
like
way
they
you
own.
passed it off is cool because Creed didn't
Yeah,
have
but
nothing
they
else to
dropped
do.
everybody in coverage. So Pat like, fuck, I got to find somebody open. And all our blockers is just holding the block so long, and now they just looking back like, damn, he still got the ball.
Yeah, because right here is like, what do you want him to do?
No, Jadavion Clowney was really back there getting bullied though,
Getting
and then he just
killed,
let him go.
bruh.
Is that Trey Smith?
That's Trey Smith, yeah.
He bodying that
Oh, where does he start?
man.
Okay, so he right here.
He tries to take a wide containment. It looked like, and then Smith picked up the block because they switched, and now
I'm
he just
weak.
back there like, uh,
And now something amazing happened. But that's why it's like, what do you do? What are you supposed
it's
to
like
do?
the Incredibles. He's like, what are you looking at? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something amazing happened.
Boy, like, what do you do with this? That man got
Look, got
hit
smacked. Look at this man
right in
body.
the knees. Ugh, he got hit in the
He
nuts.
just
He took a nut
this shouldn't
shot.
be funny, but look at this shit back.
His
It's just like
helmet is right in the man nuts, stomach. Like he got gut checked. And what happens after off that gut check?
man still threw that man like
Bro,
20
the
yards.
ball was I never realized till just now. The
That
ball is
man was
flipping end
he,
over. He flipped it. He didn't even throw a good ball. He flipped it.
no, he threw a duck. He got hit. He
It's
didn't flip
bro,
it. He had
it's
no choice.
no, I'm talking about how it came out.
Oh yeah, it was a duck.
Like
That's why it was so
that's worse
impressive
than a
how he
duck.
caught it like that.
Bro, this bitch is literally flipping end over
But
end.
look how it's flipping. It's flipping like right. He catch it right at the perfect flip though.
That
You see how
what do you
he
do?
he caught it right at the perfect time. It was like an actual like football angle. I'm just
Yeah,
like, how
that's true. And oh shit, instead of catching it somehow it just falls
weird? It just
perfectly
falls,
into his hands.
bro. Just
Like,
look at it. Like, look,
bruh.
it falls perfectly. Like, that's just
Like,
weird.
bing, bing. That's ridiculous. And they tried to step over him. So they kept 21 on him a lot then.
I don't know why.
Who the fuck is that? Who bro, what did y'all think was gonna happen?
Y'all didn't even y'all didn't even try to put y'all best guy
So wait,
on
they
Travis
y'all in
Kelsey.
he was just he cooked the zone on this one.
Yeah, and that was zone. Yeah,
That's why. Okay.
because he sat in the zone, it wasn't open, so he was trying to find the open zone. And Pat was like, oh.
I'm weak.
You don't need to run
I'm
man when you
weak.
drop in 7. Like that's just find a
Yeah.
spot and sit there and have them force them to find the open spot.
Oof. I just
Which
want
Pat
to
could have damn
see.
look how far they all dropped. He could have ran actually on that initial step up
That's what I
because
want to
they
know.
all dropped back pretty far and look how they widen the gaps for him to just step in through and do some Pat shit.
That's what I
But he
just want to know.
decides to just
Where did
throw.
Roquan go? What did you do? You must not have
What?
did shit.
Look at that. Bam. He
Cause
could have
look,
really hit Richie James off the flip, but he didn't really want to do that.
and for cause right here he about to come in screen like right now.
Yeah.
Bam. Like, where did you go? What did you do if you were just gonna end up? If you was a
He did
spy,
come out
that
of
was
nowhere. Just
horrible.
yeah, you what the that
And
man
but
came
if you supposed to be dropped
or
back into
everybody
your
left
own
his
zone,
zone.
but the
Everybody
problem
left it.
is if
He's the middle linebacker.
you should be right there in front of Trav. That's where you're supposed to be at. If you in the zone and you're not just a spy, that's right where you're supposed to be at. Because the whole middle of the field, because this
Yeah,
man 21 was over
he
here.
look.
He was the corner. That's him right here. How the
Yeah,
fuck he end up covering the middle of the field?
yeah, bro. Somebody. And how's he on the opposite side of Travis? Like, how he
That's
get
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
opposite
Like,
side?
what
And he started
happened?
right here.
I need to see the all 22 because what the fuck
Well, it's
happened? So
Rokon
much
right there in the
happened.
middle, though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Rokon
This
Smith is right
Roquan,
there.
yes.
So
Kyle
play it.
Hamilton's
But
nowhere to be found after
no,
that. Like, he's not
no, no,
even
no, no.
in frame when
Rokon
Travis catches it.
drops. He looked like he
He had to
dropped,
be
and
spying. He had to be a spy, but then that's bad discipline to just rush him like that. That's stupid.
yeah, I gotta see the all 22 because I can't see after like what he actually does.
Yeah, no, it cut. You can't see none of this shit. That's why I want to know what the fuck happened. And then you end up like, where's Kyle Hamilton at? Where? How the fuck did
What?
y'all end up
How did y'all
with
drop seven and
Patrick
all that
Queen?
space is right there? And why is Richie James on the ground? What is going on?
Yeah, there's so much that happened. I needed all 22
Richie James is on the
because if
ground watching everything play out. Just like what is
because think about this: if y'all
it?
drop back in zone, we in what cover one right now? What?
uh,
But he no, it got to
yeah,
be cover. He driving
nah,
all the
no.
way back, so he got to be playing the
It
deep.
was he dropped that safety drop.
Yeah,
So look,
Hamilton
he looked
dropped.
like it dropped. So it was a cover two. It was like cover one look, cover two base. It looked like, and
But
they
my
dropped.
my
And
question to
then
you
Woquan
is,
looked okay. So he dropped to be a cover two. So the dude circle dropped and made it a cover two,
yes, but also what the
which
fuck?
means
Y'all not man because everything gets switched from where y'all at
yeah, they
because
ran
this
some
is
weird shit
Patrick.
because
They ran some real weird because this is
that's
Patrick Queen.
Patrick, and he ended up on the left
He
side.
ended up on this down. He ends up all the
Yeah, he ended.
way
So it's
covering
like
Richie
a
James on a little where he did a little in and came back out. Cause what the fuck happened?
yeah.
Did Pat just buy so much time that it just broke their defense?
It
That's
looked
what
like
it
because
is.
it didn't look because initially Patrick Queen didn't initially shoot over there because he sat in the zone off the video. I don't how did
Cause
they
look
switch
now
up
he
like now he
that's what
down
I'm
here? What
saying.
the
How the
fuck?
fuck did he how did
It
he
had
end
to
up
be
there?
man then. It had to be man then because he had to follow Richie James over there.
So we
Where's
y'all
Richie
did like
James
a
at?
little this Richie
Because
James
Richie
right here.
James
That's what I'm
where
saying. Richie James crosses all the way
okay
across the middle of the
yeah.
field and comes
Oh,
back.
it broke. Okay, so it
So
broke
he
down,
just
and
broke
Patrick
the
Queen must have
defense.
followed them.
Mm-hmm.
It got broke down after Pat Mahomes started running. It was like, no, but you do that if it's a zone. Then they be like, find the
Yeah,
closest man to you, break
when
down, find the
shit get
closest man to
crazy.
you, and
But
then
the
Patrick
problem
Queen
is
and then
you
Roquan was
playing
like,
the
shit, I'm just going blitz.
you playing the guy that is the greatest at this type of play, the backyard football, everything broke
Oh
down. All
yeah,
right, everybody go.
yeah.
Because I don't understand. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch all 22 of this. That's ridiculous, man. And then the fact that 21 felt like, all right, let me walk over you because I'm tough. Like, boy, you just got snagged on. Get out of here. Go sit down.
Again, again,
Again,
because
yeah,
he
you
was
got
on the
snagged on the other one.
other.
You got snagged on the 4th and 2. But
It's
yeah,
crazy how
this
even in the zone and shit break down, you still somehow got to hold Travis, and it's just like this is even worse. Like
it's crazy,
it ain't
bro.
like I'm holding him off the snap. I gotta hold this man, and I don't even know what this man about to do.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Is
Oh, that's bro. Oh man.
it's one thing holding that man. Oh Lord,
But no, this is so crazy. But that I mean, this first quarter, these clips, this is what the game came down to, man.
yeah.
Because everything
And
else
the
was it got
and the
screwy.
Snead fumble at the don't taunt my boy. He should have been all pro, and he's showing y'all why.
Well, first, before you even get there, you gotta get this fumble.
Oh yeah, I mean, and he just tore his. They came out
I
and say he tore his
know, I
ACL,
seen it.
and it would have to be on this play because he didn't play after this play.
Oof, that's tough. I mean, that's one way to go out, I guess. But it's,
Yeah.
I
But
somebody
come on, man, he's playing his old. He came from the 49ers.
bro.
That's what we got him for.
Oh
He playing his
yeah,
old team in the Super Bowl, man, and
that's
I'm sure he
tough.
wanted to play.
Yeah, but this is like somebody said. Do you really think the strip sack was Lamar's fault? Yeah. Yes. When has
Ain't
a
that
strip
y'all
sack?
best tackle?
When has a strip sack not been the quarterback fault though? When did that
Yeah.
become? Oh, this the tackle fault for letting his man getting beat? No, motherfuckers get beat all the time. Unless Lamar Jackson, we talking about. If anybody should be able to get away from some
You
trouble,
got to have a count, and especially this is not. You should be able to see this dude coming off the edge.
yes. I mean, to be fair, it's your blind side, but like
But if you drop,
you have to be
mm,
able to feel that
you got to
pressure.
clock in, especially when you drop back that far and
The
it's
fact
already
that
a play action, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
play action.
play
Okay,
action. Yo,
Karloftis is
you
coming
can
right
see
down.
right there, Karlaftis already beat his guy. Like
Right here, he should notice. Oh
he
fuck,
should
he's getting beat.
my tackle exactly. Like
My
he
left
looked like
tackle's
he
getting
sees it.
killed, which would be, I guess, that's
That
what he's
run
probably
lane
trying to
is right
do.
here. Usually he could look at this run lane
Whoop,
he has. Step up and boom, and he
and
out.
be out.
But
But
what did he do? He stepped
try to
up and
stay in
wanted
the
to continue
pocket and make a
and
play because
stayed
he's
in the
trying to be
pocket.
like Mahomes. He's trying to battle, duke it out. I'm supposed to be Peyton Manning to this man Tom Brady. I
Because at
can't.
this point, this is where he should have been. Like this is where I'm gonna run. Like we okay
Yep.
with it because it broke down.
Yeah, I'm
But
not gonna kill. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you're not a good passer" because you do the smartest thing and use your best weapon in a situation that calls for it. Like,
right, but
no,
it's trying to not use your
it's
best
exactly
weapon
what he
to
did. Is the problem is throwing into triple coverage at the end of the game when nobody's open because my tight end just made up his route mid route and decided, I'm open, and then you
and
threw
then
it too late. That's the shit that makes you not
he wasn't
a
even open
elite
even when he
passer.
put his hand
He
up.
was never open.
He
But the
was
fact that
never
you just did
open.
that was like, all right. Because when he chucked it up like that, I was like, no, the
But then
fuck, he
looks at the
didn't just do
film
that.
like he was lied to. Like, oh, what? I'm like, bro, yes. You didn't see three people down there? Like,
Yeah, but I
what do
think
you why are you
he wanted the pass interference. He wanted to push, but you didn't even get the ball there. You didn't even get the ball to the end zone, bro. Sad. I hate to tell you. I don't even have
Yeah,
that
now
clip pulled up.
that
That's
was
the fucked up part.
anybody's ball.
But yeah,
Yeah, he
you
could have
had to
ran right
feel
there,
that.
run lane.
You
Yeah,
had to
he
feel that
had
was like, come on,
excuse
man.
me.
The lack of and nobody came. McDuffie came in so long after that shit. But it's just crazy. Like I, I don't know. The whole Lamar narrative. I'm so glad that the offense came out and actually like showed up for the first half because it would have
Yeah.
really hurt to like just
And to
watch
be
this.
honest, they went very like we know we can pass when we won't.
Yeah, for ultimately this shit, it came like I guess my question I should ask is what percentage, if you could go percentage, what's the percentage blame you put on Lamar for this game?
Uh I'm gonna put the same amount of pressure on Lamar as I ain't no percentage, but the same amount of pressure I'm gonna put on him for losing it is the same amount of pressure everybody would have put on him for winning it. It's the same. I just feel like he needs
So
to
like
have. So it's
90%,
just
basically
like
most of it.
because it's not like the defense came in and just got torched for real. I mean,
Yeah.
our offense was having their way whenever they wanted it, but it's just like that second half we only did have 3 points. He had chances in that game.
A
And
lot.
then yeah, they did have penalty, and then it wasn't the refs' fault. Those penalties
No, they
was
were stupid
they were
penalties.
it was dude got smacked in the face. Come on now, everybody, it's rigged. I'm like, yo,
You punched a
big
guy in
ass
the face. You punched
coming
him in the
for.
face. That's a flag. You headbutt somebody, that's a flag. You see when Travis grabbed the dude arm, the dude pushed him, Travis pushed him back. They didn't throw no flag. But
No,
then Van Noy comes in, headbutts him. You can't
it's
headbutt
like
people. That's a flag.
it's
You
in the
can't
like
headbutt the quarterback after he throws the ball. That's a flag. These are
can't
obvious
clothesline quarterbacks.
flags. The
Yeah,
PIs you see where Odell is the one that initiates the contact reaching back, they never call that. Why
no,
they're not gonna call that? You reaching back to try to initiate some hand grabbing, and that's what happened, and they let it go. And then the other one,
yeah.
How many times this
So
year have we seen an overthrown ball or an underthrown ball where the receiver just pulls up, the corner runs into him,
yeah,
and they throw the flag? Odell didn't do that. Odell tried to beat Odell and snag it out the
man,
air, and it didn't work.
yeah, yeah.
And you're not
So
getting a flag on that. You got to play
so
the
I
flag. If you want the flag, you got to play the flag.
yeah, so I just think I don't want to say 90% because I think the coaches need some blame too. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm gonna work it down to maybe like 65, give coaching maybe like 35, and then do it that way. Because I think defense did well enough.
I
If you hold
think,
the team to 17, then you
yeah. Now, I heard people say the coaches don't call the plays, which is what you're alluding to a little bit. Uh, the refs obviously has been an excuse that they've used for Lamar. But for
the
me,
coaches don't call the plays. So who calls the plays?
I mean, Lamar don't call the play. The coaches do call the plays. That's what I
Oh,
meant. My
okay.
bad. Thank you for.
I was about to say, I was like, what you mean? Like,
But for me,
so okay,
what that means, what that shows me is the coaches said, Lamar,
throw
go
the
win
ball.
us the game. Yes. Lamar, throw the ball and win the game. That's what your own
Mm,
coaches thought
I'm
up. Now, is that smart or not? No, but guess what Lamar didn't do? Step up and make it happen. So I'm putting it up
well.
there.
My thing is just like
I'm still giving you
if they
70%.
look at Lamar and say, "Go win us the game," in my head, if I was Lamar, I'm like, then I'm definitely gonna do it the way I want to win the game. Like
Yeah.
if you want to win, like I'm about to be out here just act like I'm about to throw, and I'm about to be out this motherfucker. Like
No, but the
one
problem
read,
is
two
that's
read,
he
I'm
doesn't
out
want to
this
do that.
bitch.
He wants to
I don't give a
prove to
shit.
people. He wants to prove to everybody that he's just like everybody else. But guess what?
If they would
People
have stuck with
praise
the run, then you never know what the play action would have been.
exactly. Oh, you know what we need to do? What was this man passing chart? What was the passing chart? I have to know. We've done it for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, I
He had
think.
that deep ball to Zay. I know was a deep
That was a
ball.
good one.
And then he had a few.
I'm not saying he threw it under a lot. I have to know what it
It's
is.
gonna be a.
I
I don't know.
have to
It's. I
see it.
mean, he only threw for 54%, so it's gonna be a lot of white dots on that motherfucker.
No, I see what it. I already know. I see what's happening. I see exactly what's happening, and that's to me that this is sad, bro.
Yeah,
This is
enlighten me
sad.
because I watched the game, but I don't know. Like,
So okay, so let me before I show it to you, let me ask you because you should know a little bit of this. If you knew your quarterback couldn't read the entire like a defense, what
mhm.
would be the first thing you do to simplify your quarterbacks like the game for your quarterback to not have to read as much?
To simplify it,
Yeah, to keep it.
like quick screens and
Okay, that's
I don't
one.
know. I feel like play actions a lot, which I know if you want your quarterback, especially when it's not a passing quarterback, play action is usually how to get them in their rhythm because that's usually a 1-2 read and then I'm running.
Yeah. There's another
Uh,
thing you can do also though. Cut the field in half.
yeah, but
Cut the field in
he,
half, which is what they did for them.
they sure did.
So guess what? You don't have to read. You're not reading none of the backside of this. That is
Why?
that's sad. The coaches ask you to throw the ball 40 times, but they are not
That
asking
is
you to read the entirety of the defense. You making
35. And you cannot read, and if that's and then off the passing chart, that's horrible. You can't do that with Spags, bro. He's been in the league way too long. You cannot. How you gonna cut Spags defense in half? You don't even know who coming.
he had 37 attempts, five of them, six of them was to the right side of the field.
Yeah,
And one of them was just on a backyard
that's
football
the real
play, go make
definition
something
of he
happen.
can't throw right.
Bruh. He can't throw right. Ah, that's sick. Cause this one might be this is bad. This one is
Why
bad.
somebody?
I don't know. I don't know what
I don't even know how to explain that. You just
the
you don't ask
coaches
somebody to
don't
throw
trust you.
36 times to the left.
The coaches
Like
don't trust you to read. That's what I remember. Some old 80-year-old football fucking scout or whatever. That's what they said. When we don't trust you to read the defense in its entirety, you cut the field in half, so you only have to make one read. So once we cut the field in half, anybody that lines up over here is useless.
It's basically it's not in your. It's not even your
You
picture.
not looking unless it's an in breaking and then you watching it come across. But most of the time, that's gonna be your third read anyway. So you're not looking at none of
Mm-hmm.
that shit. You got one read, you got two reads at the most. Basically, is
That's
all you're
why I took
doing.
him, and that's why I took him to a missed sack, breaking a sack, and just seeing Zay down the field
Just
because
making
at
some shit
first
happen.
he was. I mean, shit. Anybody not as dynamic as Lamar getting sacked,
Yeah,
like,
in that
but
situation, yes,
but it's just
99% of players could just get sacked. Josh Allen,
well,
maybe.
Josh Allen, Pat probably has slipped
Pat,
out of it too. It's a few people that slip out, but it's not. It's not a lot of like
maybe Herbert just does some weird stiff arm shit where he gets
yeah,
away
because
on
he's just
accident,
strong.
like
But
just
like
big as
people
fuck.
like fucking Cousins and
Dead,
Stafford, they get hit.
dead. They would
Like
have been dead
so,
because he would have just
yeah, this
hit
should,
him right
but
in the
this
sternum.
is a little concerning though because
Oh
it's
yeah,
like we just random Joes on a podcast dissecting Lamar, but it's just like, what do you think the defensive people are looking at now going into next year?
yeah. If you think we notice, hey, this man only threw the ball left. What is the defense do? You know how easy that would be to scheme up the whole like everything
You
on the
would just have a
backside is
lot of
nothing.
motion. You would just show a lot of different looks to where it just don't even really
I
matter to
don't know.
where
I'm wondering if maybe a little bit of that is the way Spags called up the defense too, of just like maybe they did
cutting
it
it,
on purpose. We just gonna take away the right side. Maybe he can't throw left. Maybe it's one of
or
those
maybe
things.
because if I'm not mistaken, I don't know how where, and this is just me just going off because I can't remember exactly where, but was Snead lined up over there a lot?
I think
It's
so.
it's like, yeah, we just not gonna throw Snead way. Like, let's just try the other
Oof.
side.
That's so crazy, bro.
It's like we definitely not gonna throw to their best corner.
Yeah.
Like,
So we only have one side of the field.
but the thing is just like McDuffie was lined up on us. They really
I mean,
that's
McDuffie only really got beat on that one play.
he
Aguilar
only get he I
broke
mean
him
yeah
off.
he gets beat maybe once a
Yeah,
game,
once or
but he
twice.
yeah, but it's just like he's normally pretty well. He's always got a niche to being around the ball for some way.
Yeah.
But
But that's
then
woo.
yeah, I was like then he recovered. No, that was Karlaftis that recovered the other one.
Passing charts are hilarious, man. But
It is
so
because if you look at Pats, I wonder what Pats look like.
Pats
What's his
is
look? Just
I mean,
I mean, it was probably a lot of short passes too.
yeah. Hold on, let me pull it up.
What they do on that?
I gotta
I don't
drag
know. Nothing gonna
here.
take it. As long as it don't look like
It kind of looks a little Josh Allen-y, except no, never mind.
what? Nah, that don't look no damn.
Never
Look
mind.
at
You're
these
right.
motherfuckers.
Nah.
What are you talking?
Because it was all at
Hell
least it was
no.
past the line of scrimmage. Like Josh
But
Allen shit
still,
was
just
really
like
sick.
you got what 7 balls above 10 yards.
Yeah.
Two of them
Um.
is teetering
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
8,
yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and we.
that Josh Allen one is really disgusting. But no, like the Lamar shit is just
But
not really. That's crazy.
and then I don't know. I feel like the way we use behind the line, like a lot of these quarterbacks, when they pass them behind the line of scrimmage, is some of them be like panicky, dump it to the running back type things.
Yep.
We do a lot of like receiver screens and tight end screen. We opened the game up with a tight end screen to Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Like, or we do a lot of sprint options. So I mean, it's in our game, but I feel like a lot of coaches use that to like hinder their quarterback because they just more scared about them turning it over. But that's more of our like play style,
Yeah.
like
Like well, this is what we are
because
trying
we
to
know
get
Pat can
to.
throw that. Yeah, like we
Yeah.
just setting you up for some weird shit. Like that's
Yeah.
all we doing. It's like, all right, come play our game real quick. We're gonna start off with screens and shit.
I
See
mean, in
what
the
y'all do.
Bills game, I was watching do you ever watch the quarterback school guy on YouTube?
Uh-uh.
where he just breaks down throws and he has the all 22 and all that shit and he breaks down quarterback performances and he was breaking down Pat in the last week and it was we literally ran like the same like little flood concept like three straight plays, just one to the left, one to the right, and then another one to I think it was back to the right again, just different, just a different
Different
route pattern. Yeah,
variations
yeah, like
of it.
they
Yeah.
just came out of the like one was in
It's like
bunch, one
finding a
was
favorite play on Madden and
yeah,
then
and
just
running
keep
out of
clicking
different
it,
formations.
but then just keep changing the routes to
Yep.
where the D it's just like I'm
Now
gonna
it
just
wasn't
run
even
this.
that. It was the same route combo just coming out of different formations. And so they just kept running that shit and spamming it, and they was hitting that shit. But overall, I think so. Like, I'll ask the question for the individual games. For you, who's the biggest winner to come from this game? Who gained the most? Who won the most from
uh
or from this game? I should say. I'll go for you. I'll go first. It's Pat Mahomes or
I
Spags.
mean
Spags. It's Spags. It's Spags.
I want to say it's everybody, man.
Nah,
To
because
be
I
perfectly
well
honest,
yeah
I mean Pat for his legacy, obviously Travis Kelsey just niched done something else for his legacy. They bona fide first ballot Hall of Fames at this point. Like
yeah
they just doing it just to do it now. Like so it's just like they lock and loaded. Pat could be like, I'm never playing again, Hall of Famer. But
yeah
Travis same way. Chris Jones same way. Like dudes is really like
yeah. This is a real
I
legacy
think
game
the organization is as a whole is just like
took a
crazy
step
how
up from
they
that.
it's crazy how it just changed, how we just seen the whole thing change. Like I was telling somebody this morning at work, I knew for a fact the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl because the Royals won the World Series. I said, there's no way in my lifetime I seen the Royals win the World Series, not
And the
alone go
Chiefs
to
don't.
two, and the Chiefs don't. So I was just
But did
waiting
you
on the
ever think
time.
this was gonna
Eh,
happen?
No,
I didn't.
no, not
I've
at
already
all.
told you this a million times, and I won't say his name, but I stopped watching football because I
Oh my
couldn't
god!
stand the way the shit was going with the Chiefs, and I knew we were just gonna see the same thing over and over again, and then lo and behold, that man Patrick Mahomes gets drafted. We move up in the draft to grab him, and now you get this. But the
Thank
big
you, Bills Mafia.
right boy, but I think it's either Spags or somehow Pat. Even Pat didn't have a great game, but I still think just the legacy, the scary, the what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it off the top of my
It's
head.
that mystique that's what we were
The
talking about. It's
mystique,
like that mystique
yeah.
behind Patrick Mahomes now is just
This
gonna be
really
like
cemented it. The way we feel, the way we have felt about Mahomes, and maybe a lot of people are just like, "Oh, it's Andy Reid, it's da da da, it's this, it's the weapons." I think now people are kind of like, "Oh shit, no!" Like maybe
you
there's
know
something
how
here that like we've been trying to ignore
you
for
know
now.
you know that thing where they used to say about every time a quarterback uh is on the field or like plays against Brady, they just don't play the same.
Yeah,
It's just like, and it was like
got that
that's
same
why
shit
Brady
going
was
on.
so good at like him and Belichick was so good against like rookie quarterbacks. It's just like because the rookie, damn, that's Tom Brady on the other side. I gotta
Yep.
actually outplay him.
And
Like
now
that
you're
means you
getting
gotta
that with
make
you getting
make
that with
less
Pat.
mistakes with
Yeah.
Spags because you got a top defense now. You never. I don't know how we're gonna go defensively. I don't know what we're gonna do with our money. I hope we can find a way to pay Snead. At least if
That's
we're
it.
gonna
That's the
let
main
Chris
one.
Jones, if we're gonna let Chris Jones walk, at least pay Snead. Like
Yeah.
so,
Ah, but it's back. I can't believe, man. What's this? Four Super Bowls, 6 years, six
yeah.
AFC championships. Only still Joe Burrow. That
Only active
one
quarterback to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. That's not Tom Brady. Yeah, the other two
Yeah.
losses are to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yeah, Super Bowl and AFC Championship. The only active quarterback to beat in
That is wild.
16 games,
That's
17 games,
wild.
no sorry,
That's scary.
14. That's crazy. It's
So
just
let's
like
go.
nah,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it's just like even anytime you play him in the playoffs, it's just like I this dude don't I don't even understand. I don't know what I would think if I was a quarterback. Just like
You can't now.
it's
Like that
like
man is the goat. He's the goat. Like right now, we watching the most successful athlete in the world.
Yeah.
That's what we watching right now.
Yeah,
Who
because
else can you? LeBron is
I mean, but
old. LeBron
LeBron's
got
still being 40
braids,
doing, he's still 40 doing what he's doing though.
but it ain't the same though. You're not getting to the
Nah,
conference. You're
it
not
ain't
getting to
the,
the finals 10 years in a row. You're not doing that no more. That's
yeah, nah, he
gone.
ain't doing that.
We don't have nothing now. We don't have a. This is the closest people our
So,
age that's in their 30s,
okay.
early 30s, mid 20s, and all this shit. This is our version of watching somebody like Michael Jordan at his peak in our adulthood where we can really appreciate it. We don't have that nowhere else in any other sport.
Well, nah,
Baseball, no. Baseball is no. We don't have none of that. Soccer, no, because Ronaldo, Messi, they all old.
uh,
Basketball, we just said, LeBron, no. KD's old, Curry
yeah,
old.
yeah, he the new it for
That's
sports.
it.
You can tell by, look, he got every commercial on book now, man. This
But
man on
it's
everything.
I didn't think we would get here so fast. I didn't like I figured we would slowly build up to that. I didn't think we would get here year 6. We're going into the fourth Super Bowl, 6 straight AFC championships. And now you looking around being like, there are no other athletes that are like successful to this level
So quick.
so fast. If you take
And
away
then
the
like
speed
in
of it, it's
6 years of playing in the NFL, you bumped up from being just Patrick Mahomes, just like first year starting to the
yeah.
third best, possibly in everybody argument, a top three all time quarterback. Just
Like
like
we
that. Just 6 years later, you're a top three all
yeah.
time quarterback.
With like the Jordan
Just
thing, I
like
think
what?
you can only compare him to Michael Jordan. That's it. Jordan won, went to 3 finals, won 3 finals, never went to game 7, and that was within 91, well, wait, 92, 93, 94. So even that is 10 years. Even that's 10 years in. So it's like this is even on a different level then. Because we're talking about year 3, we're talking about year 2, 3.
But
Like year 1, you in the AFC Championship.
6 AFC championships in a row.
It's ridiculous.
It's in a one in a single elimination game sport is
A single elimination game with 22 players on both within both offense and defense. More than that if you count in substitutes, rotations, and all that shit. We're talking about 30, a game with that much variable, where it's 30 people. This ain't basketball, where it's 8 people in the playoffs on each team, basically like
and
your
then you
short bench.
man and you
Like,
got 7 chances to win.
yeah, no, none of
It's
that.
like no.
Do or die. And we got a guy dominating at this high of a level. And he's on our fucking team. Man, let's go to another dominating force this weekend. Oh,
No,
the San Francisco 49ers beat the Lions 34-31. Um,
they beat the Lions.
they beat the Lions, or did the
Did
Lions lose? I feel like it's a little
I?
above. A little above.
It's a little, but
Let's
Lord.
go positive. Let's start positive. That's always the easiest way.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey is really good.
Well, yeah, we knew that though.
Christian McCaffrey is really good. Jameer Gibbs.
It's
Hey,
good. He just had a
yeah.
costly fumble, but yeah, he's good.
I don't
I mean,
know what another thing for some reason it felt like David Montgomery just like got faster. Was I tripping or just feel like he like ran at a different
or you
level this
just, I don't
game?
think you just, I mean,
It felt like he was running with his
but
he was running
but
like Pacheco
yeah,
damn near like his hair was on fire.
but we
I would
seen the last couple of weeks that the 49ers haven't been covering the run real well.
That's a
So,
good
which
point.
is something
Or
you
all
got to
year.
watch
Shit.
out for with Pacheco, especially in our line. They love run blocking for that man. So, that's one thing to look out for. But, uh, yeah, they just, yeah, that was okay. Good for the Flowers. The Lions found a way to lose at the wrong time. Like, I just don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
24-10.
Do you feed into the fourth down thing, or is that where you're heading with this? With the y'all blew it.
Take the points
Take the
at that
points.
point. Just take
Take
the
the
points.
points.
Just like same with the Chiefs when we went for it on fourth down.
Yeah, take
We
the
up two
points.
possessions. Take the points. At
It
that
just
point, we
worked
make it
out for
three.
us.
It just at that point make it a 3 possession game. They wasn't driving. Morals
Yeah.
is down. Like don't give them momentum. Like that's what, and then that's what y'all do when y'all do the things. It's the momentum. It's just like just take the points.
You got to
And
take the points,
then
man. It's just
yeah,
so
you got to.
silly. Like
I
you
don't know
get,
why nobody in his head just like even as Jared Goff, I would look at him like, bro, no, we kicking this. Like I don't. You B could be mad all you
but
want. You can say I
Jared
got to
Goff was
take these
cooking though.
points.
I feel like the
Yeah, I get
receivers
it,
let
but
him
you
down a
gotta
little bit.
take the points. You got to 24-10.
But you also, if you're Josh Reynolds, you got to catch the 1 4 down where it's like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. The one
what
that
the
hit him
fuck
right in
was
the
that?
breadbasket.
I mean, there was a bunch of those in that fourth quarter where it's like Jared Goff was hitting
But the
people right in the
fumble,
hands, in the chest, the fumble. It's just dumb. They really just played like a team that ain't never been there. That ain't never been in one of these serious games, and this is the one game.
but they opened it up like, come get me. Like
Yeah,
three
you
rushing
let them in.
touchdowns
You
in a
open the
row.
door.
Like
They trying to kick the
I,
door down, and you just unlocked it and cracked it a little bit. And I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. It's not really that sad or whatever or fucked up. But Brock Purdy, he kicked the door in. He was the one that kicked the door down and brought him back. Because at first, again, the man started off the game terrible to the point
yeah,
he was
but
throwing some shit that was so
okay.
off.
I,
I wrote down a comment for every one of his throws after the interception because it was starting to get like, oh no, like he's out of control again. Just same as last week where you spraying the ball all over the field, you just overthrowing people, throwing it in the dirt. And I started writing down my reaction to every single one of his throws. And by about probably the 4 minutes left in the third quarter, after that, it was just money. Everything. Nothing. He didn't throw a bad ball after that.
he also had by then 4 minutes left. What was the score by then? They had a
Um,
two possession lead by then,
let's
so it was
see.
all back. It was all gravy.
It was
It was
right after they threw the other touchdown. So
talking about the
it
34th when it was
was
34-31.
that tied it. So right around when they tied the game, he was just money from then on out.
Oh.
But again, that's one of the things like the pressure's kind of tampered down, and you all you have to do now is execute, go get a field goal, which is what they ended up doing, was going getting
Yeah,
in field
and
goal
getting that field
position.
goal.
So I don't know. The pressure thing is a little like
But
he
my
executed when the
my
pressure was
only
on.
thing is with Brock Purdy is just like you can do that against the young Green Bay defense. You can do that against Detroit, who's never been there before, and they was gonna find a way. You going against a defense that been there
But
last
wait.
year.
We not there yet. We still going
I'm
over the
just saying. No,
Lions game.
I'm just going off of just him. Period. Just like when you just can't keep doing that. Like you're not gonna have just the last drive
But I
and
don't know.
make everything
I think
happen
this
again.
goes
Like
back. I think this goes back to our conversation about Dak versus Purdy and who do you think was mentally tougher? And I think Purdy just has that, like, for whatever it is in his brain, he doesn't give a fuck that he can't throw the ball. He don't care that he
yeah,
can't throw it, that he's not like great. Like he doesn't care. He just keeps coming out and doing what he's supposed to do and throwing the ball to the right person. Now maybe he throws it 2 yards short or 10 feet high. That's kind of the issue, but it's going to the right
or
places. Like that's so for him, it's like I'm making the correct decision 75% of the time. And
yeah,
if I'm
seventy five
spraying it
percent of the time
everywhere,
at the end of the game. But the first half of
the
the
first half
did
is
we not realize this
bad.
man was down 24-7?
Yes. No, I do. I'm just saying, but he
Like
covered himself. Like this is a couple times, it's 2 weeks in a row. I always felt like he had the ability to shake off bad plays and keep slinging it's just he's not good. That's the problem. He's not great. For me, it's kind of like Eli Manning a little bit, but I feel like there's a lesser version of that that probably fits a little better. Maybe like Blake Bortles a little bit. Like when Blake Bortles had that
That
two,
one good year,
yeah, but it
three
was
good
really
year
like a
stretch
3 year
when
stretch
he
where they
got to
was
the
in the
AFC
playoffs,
Championship.
but he was
But they had a real
bad.
good defense that year, though. You
Yeah.
remember they had like the number one ranked defense that year.
Yeah, and it was like he could make these crazy throws, but then also he would just like throw a
Be
pick
back. Yeah.
straight to somebody where you're just like, there's
Or
nobody,
just
you don't even have a
fumble or do
teammate
some
over
weird
there.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same thing where I think I wrote it down as yeah, he's a 50. Oh, this is what I made the comparison to. He's J.R. Smith. That's what I did. He's J.R. Smith.
Who,
Hey,
Purdy?
Purdy, yeah. Hey, he's gonna come into the game. He might go 0 for 7 to start the first half. Then all of a sudden, he gets his rhythm, gets a couple dunks, and brings you back into the game somehow. You're just like, yeah, we got J.R. Smith. But then also the flip side of J.R. Smith is it's the fourth
He
quarter and he
just
gets a rebound with fucking 10 seconds left and dribbles
he
the
don't
ball
know what to
out.
do.
Exactly. So there's like it's like a 50-50 thing where it's like he might go,
I mean, which he's has shown that he can get in those positions and
yeah,
get them into the position that they need to get in. But I'm going off of the way he's been starting these games.
yes, it's bad. He's
It's
streaky.
going,
That's what it
yeah,
is. He's streaky. If he can get on a good streak at the right time, then he can be good.
right.
But it's a question of can he do that at a consistent rate, which kind of feels like fuck no, never. Like he hasn't done it yet. You know what I mean? It's either you get the
Like,
first quarter or you either get the first half or the second half, and that's it. Like you can only pick one. It's like that kind of because
I don't know.
no, go ahead, my bad.
I was just saying, it just sucked that the Lions folded like that. It's like,
Yeah,
well, you sitting there watching the game, like, oh shit,
yes.
24/7. You like, damn, hold
Yeah, I
on,
started getting up playing with my daughter, kind of like half-ass watching the game. 'Cause I'm like, oh, they getting
yeah.
blown out.
And
They
then all
getting
of a
blown
sudden,
out.
it's a football game. You like, wait, what did I just
Like,
watch?
what's happening? Like, hold
You
on, hold
turn
on.
it off and turn back. I remember I turned it off because I went to my brother's house, turned it back on, and somehow uh somebody. Oh wait, no, that was first half. I think Purdy threw that pick because I was trying to figure out how Gibbs scored. I'm just like, what the hell happened? He threw a pick and Gibbs scored in the same. I think that was the same drive. I'm like, what is
Uh,
going on?
who you talking about?
Oh, they
Oh, Purdy.
Purdy, yeah,
Yeah, that was
at
no,
the
that was
first
in
half.
the second quarter. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Gibbs scored off of that
Oh
that
yeah,
pick.
yeah, yeah,
That's how quick the shit switched. I'm just like,
yeah. Because that was like a let me see, 2 minute drive
mm-hmm.
that the Lions had it. Yeah, like ooh, that swing is just a crazy swing. Yeah, because I started charting Purdy's throws because he was really bad. I have it written down. He was 7 for 14, 96 yards, one interception with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Mm.
And that's where I started charting this shit. And so it was like, I can go through. I'm not gonna read them all the way, but it's like, so I'll just go good throw, bad throw. Yeah, it was bad, 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 and then the touchdown to Ayuk, Ayuk was wide open on the first
Yeah, oh
touchdown,
yeah, yeah. That
and then it
touchdown.
was meh.
Manageable.
Then he had that big run.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that down. Great play. Uh, he got out the pocket and threw that shit to the fullback. That was a really good pass.
Yeah. That was a good catch by the
But that's what
fullback
I
too.
mean. Basically, once he had that first big run, he basically played great the entire fourth quarter after that. So that's where it's
He
like
was out there just running. He had 3 carries, 52 yards?
4 carries, 52 yards. Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
just he got on the streak. And that's why I say he's J.R. Smith. Like he's on a stacked team with LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love.
And all he gotta do is
And
just play his part.
yeah, but also he can blow the game for you too, though.
Yeah.
That's the J.R. Smith. That's why I compared him to J.R. Smith. It's like he
J.R.
can
Smith
win
needs
you
to
a
blow some
game
shit.
and he also can completely blow it for you and just go 0 for 7 from 3 and have
And keep
3
shooting.
points. Yeah, and just keep chucking it. Yeah, like
And
that's
7 turnovers. And just like,
yep.
what are you doing, bro?
Like you high. You gotta go sit
And
down.
somehow the coach still keep him in. You know why? Because he ain't got no damn choice.
Yeah, and
He's like,
and you're hoping and praying that he just gets on another streak. That's what you're hoping for. Like, hopefully, this guy can get on another one of these streaks and help us win the game. Do you want to
Yeah.
see Brock Purdy's passing chart?
Sidebar: LSU losing.
Damn. But here's there's something in common with another passing chart that we just looked at.
Hmm. Not too. I mean, yeah. I mean, shit. Half of the field.
Half the field. That's what you do for a quarterback you don't trust to read the defense. So you cut off half the field. You have
And
one, two, three, four, five
and
attempts to the
actually,
left.
Carr, to go back to the Lamar one.
Mm-hmm.
That's that now the one where he got strip sacked don't make no sense because if
He's
you
looking
throwing
left.
that way, you're looking that way.
You right. You right. You right. You're looking back behind you. Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. That's why I said when he first like he drops back, when he stops at the back of his drop, he's looking left. There's no way
Yeah,
you don't see a Minihue he's beating the tackle. He's
yeah.
he's 7 yards. He's even with you on a drop back. You're in shotgun.
Already,
You were
already.
already in shotgun. And he's even with you as soon as you stop and look at your first
Mm.
read. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah, but
this is what you
yeah. So
do.
I mean, at least his ain't just like direct. Well, Lamar's was a little bit extreme, right? I mean, you still got
Yeah,
some up the middle.
I mean, I
He
think
really,
Purdy has less passes that he actually has threw to the like opposite right side. At least Lamar has
right?
a couple more shots, like 10 to
Yeah,
20 that
he
they
got like
took.
this.
Like
His is
this
damn near
one
not even. They cut it from the hash over. Just like,
over.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're not
barely
even
gonna
throwing
throw it.
shit. Cause I
If you
know
throw it
one
to
of
this
these
side, is gonna be a.
actually, you know what? I think two of these are one of these is to the fullback on the
That's
scrim. No,
that
no, no.
sideline one right there. Because he rolled and threw it to the left side. So that's that one that's toes right there on the sideline.
Oh,
See
okay,
that?
yeah. No, there's another one. One of these over here on the in the middle, or like right at the hash on the right hash,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He threw
was another
that
scramble out.
yeah, he threw it to the tight end. I mean the fullback. Yeah, he did hit him down there.
And then I know for sure one of these that's over here on the right hash is the one where he was running the wrong. He ran left, and Juwan Jennings was back the other
Mm-hmm.
way, and he threw it, and Juwan went and snagged it one
Snagged
handed
it one hand. Yeah, that
because
motherfucker was
he
nasty.
sold it like he sailed that shit. It was super high, but he snagged that bitch, so I guess it worked out. But yeah, like to put that in perspective, I'll pull up. I already have Jared Goff.
That's a passer. Somebody
This
who
is
has to
what
read
it
the defense.
yes. Like
That
this is what it looked like
man was
when we trust you to
going.
like read the entire field. Like I can call everything. I can call
Like this
anything
pick.
for him.
That's
Nothing
fucking
behind the
crazy.
line of scrimmage, nothing.
Look at all them. If it's behind the line, it's really because he about to get hit. He's just dumping it.
Yeah, or it was just some type of screenplay to one of your amazing
Oh
athletes that
yeah,
you have
one
on
of the
offense.
two good backs that you have. But this man is
Yeah,
really just dotting that shit. Boop
yeah.
boop boop.
And it's
Look at all his
crazy.
incompletions. He's like down the field. Just like yeah, I'm about to throw this
Yep.
motherfucker deep.
I was about to say at least four of those incompletions are just drop balls in the fourth quarter. That's the other fucked up part. I know
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these that's on the right side, like those deep balls to the right, those was a lot of the plays they drew up for for in the fourth quarter when they was trying to come back and they just wouldn't connect. Couldn't connect,
Mm.
man. It was at least 4 or 5 drops. So you add that on there. He would have had
Yeah, he
a
would have been
solid
what
game.
down there 30 for 41. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been almost 70%. You'd have been doing good. But yeah, they blew it though. That's how I
But
feel. Like the 49ers didn't necessarily win it. Brock Purdy went on the streak because your defense sucks and y'all blew it. I mean, really, if we
what
be honest, the offense is really on the hook. That's the reality. The offense is on the hook because coming out of halftime, it's 24-7. They kick a field goal and you go turnover on downs, which they was going for it, and that's you can argue that whether they should or shouldn't all day. They got here by going for it, so I can't knock you all the way for that. Fumble, punt, turnover, and then you score the meaningless touchdown
at
with
the
a
end?
minute and 50 seconds left. Yeah, which that's really where you lose the game
I would say
because
if you don't fumble and you take a field goal, I mean, you're running clock time off the clock.
Yeah.
That fumble was big because not only did it give him the ball on short field, you give him the ball the time it's time left, and now
Even if you fumble, if you don't go for it, because where were they at? They was at the 30, so you kicking what, a 50 plus yard field goal, something like
mm-hmm.
that. Like if you get that field goal, then now we talking about it's 27-27. Brock Purdy gets the ball back with 7 minutes to go. Even if they go score, you get the ball back with 3 minutes to go. And instead of being down 10, you're down 7. And you went and scored anyways. So you would have went and scored and gave them the ball back, and they have to go do something with a minute left. You blew it. You just blew it. And
Yeah,
that's
it's sad
Dan
because I don't
Campbell,
know.
you know.
I don't know who. I'm torn just for a little. I don't know who to go for next year to win that division for my next season parlay for my division winners. I don't know if it's gonna be the Lions, Packers.
I'm calling it. It's Packers. I'm
I
calling
want to
it now.
say
I'm gonna call it
Packers.
now.
I give you my picks closer next year, but
No,
I'm
yeah.
leaning.
You
I'm
got
leaning. It was
you got
a.
7 months, bro. You good.
I'm leaning Packers though.
I'm jumping out there saying it. Fuck it. It's the Packers. I think I don't know. I think they can take a step up. But it's sad. But now we get the rematch. We get what I was looking forward to in a sneaky. I think Chiefs fans a little bit. Everybody was like, "Oh, we want the Lions because of revenge." But honestly, a lot of Chiefs fans wanted the Lions because it's a good story. They're the underdog. They're not supposed to be here, and people believe that we have a better chance playing the Lions than we do the 49ers. But guess what? Patrick Mahomes has never lost to the 49ers. Patrick Mahomes has never won a game by less than 11 points to the 49ers. 3 games. The lowest we beat them by is 11 points. The last time we played them, September of 2022, last year, the last season, we beat them by 20. They had
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey, Debo played, all of that, and we blew them out by 20 points. And I feel like a lot of people are forgetting that aspect. We have a better defense. We basically have the same
That
weapons.
was Purdy's first game, wasn't it?
No, it was Garoppolo. That's the only difference.
It was
So if you
Garoppolo.
telling
Okay,
me, so that's the question that we have.
same.
That's why all this shit falls on the Purdy. If you think that all of a sudden the 49ers can beat the Chiefs now, it's because you think Purdy
Is
is better
better
than
than Garoppolo,
Garoppolo, which is
basically.
fair. That's
Oh
fair.
no, that's who it was. McCaffrey's first game.
Yes, yes, yes,
That's what
yes,
it
yes.
was just like. It was so I was like, it was somebody's first game. It was McCaffrey's first game. So that's why everybody used that. Oh, McCaffrey wasn't in the system
Yeah,
completely, yeah, and they just gave him X, Y, and Z. It's like okay, but they still had him.
yeah.
Like even if he's not in the system completely, all you got to do is be like, hey, I'm giving this to you. Run left. There you go.
Yeah, he's
Like,
not the fucking quarterback like 44-23. McCaffrey had 8 carries for 38 yards, 2 catches for 24 yards. He didn't do nothing.
he's gonna be more involved this game.
Yeah, George Kittle went off.
But my thing is once
Oh,
again,
Brock
like
Purdy did play actually.
they benched Garoppolo, didn't they?
I think so. And then Purdy came in and went 4 for 9 and threw a pick. He
All
went
right,
4 for 9 and threw a pick. Hold on, I gotta see when is the pick, bro? Because
I
that's
think
at the end of the game. Yeah, they took him out and he came in at the end of the game.
yeah, when you're down 20, they put the backup in and see what he can do. But
Juan Thornhill, damn. Shout out to
uh
Juan Thornhill, wherever the fuck he at right now. The
he played for
Browns.
Cleveland, nigga.
I know. That's what I just said to play for the Browns. I said I showed this, shout him out like he dead or like he's just homeless somewhere or some shit.
Like
Shout
wherever
out to
he at. It's
Juwan,
just like
wherever he is
this
in the world.
is
He's like, bro, I
but
was in the playoffs, bro. What the fuck?
not right. But now that we can talk about it,
Go
because
ahead.
we in this segment. Brock Purdy better not start off like that against the Chiefs defense.
Ooh, you right.
No, now that we can
That's
talk
gonna be
about it, let's
tough.
talk about it because we not gonna fold up 24/7.
Mm-mm.
So
24/7, you gonna have a long, long night against that defense.
man, because we know you're gonna have to run or pass. Well, you know what we're gonna do? Press at the line.
Oof.
Linebackers are gonna be playing at the line. That means
Guess,
McCaffrey gonna be. Those screens ain't gonna work yet. It's
guess
gonna
what,
be a
bro?
lot.
You're gonna have to throw it to the right side of the field. You're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to
I'm
read the
sorry.
defense.
You have to read the entire field. We're not gonna just let you get away with this. It's so like looking at these passing charts is so amazing because it's like, wait a minute, this is
But
really happening. Like when you really, this is like a thing that we doing. Like y'all
we
really
got to
have
do it.
these.
Pull Mason Rudolph's chart back up. Pull it back up. We got to
Hold
do
on, hold
it.
on. Oh, I think that's it. Did I delete it? Oh, don't tell me I
What they
deleted it.
say on.
Oh
It's funny
fuck.
when they do it on first thing first. Dusty graphic.
Pull up the graphic. Oh, it's right here too. Pull up the show the Mason Rudolph. That's Jared Goff. Goddamn
I'm
it.
about
There it
to
is.
even, but look, come on,
He
man.
throwing it.
He
Yes.
throwing it around the field.
Yes. They ask. Yes. This is what I mean. It is so ridiculous that
He's
he's
just
not,
not a good quarterback.
bro.
At least he can read something.
At least he can read defenses. Yeah, like that is
Well,
crazy.
at least that. Well, how about this? At least the coaching staff has some type of
Trust
faith in
him.
him to read
Yeah.
the defense. It's just like we don't know if he can act. I mean, I guess he didn't do too bad against the. He just threw some costly
Oh yeah, he did
interceptions,
pretty good.
but he
This
didn't
just
do too
makes
bad.
me question like so much with these quarterbacks where what really is or do we be looking at? Like if we not asking the dude to throw it like to actually look around and throw the ball to different like you really can't read that because you know what is crazy? The analysis that I heard when somebody broke down that thing about they'll cut the whole side of the field off if they don't think you can read a defense and just make this simplified is was it was two times. One was in the preseason and somebody was talking about DTR. And
Mm.
the other time was during this year when somebody was talking about Zach Wilson. And they said Zach Wilson had a good game basically because they didn't ask him to read, they only asked him to read one side of the field. And it's
Mm-hmm.
so crazy. And I guess you know what? It just not to invoke the name of Alex Smith to go too crazy, but I guess it just
Oh
kind
my
of
god.
it just makes me think about that. Like I kept saying he can't throw right, he can't throw right. Like what if it's just one of them things like he never had to throw right. They never like if I never ask you to throw right, like you're not gonna have to.
Yeah, but then you gonna
Like, you're not gonna be used
meet
to it.
the
I should
Bill
say
Belichick's and the
it's
Spags of the
gonna
world
cook you.
who just like
Hibachi, fried rice, the little volcano where they put the oil in there and make the
what's
fire come
I
out. You
wonder
gonna get
what Brock
cooked.
Purdy's passing chart looked like the game against the Packers.
That's a
Just
good
to
question.
see.
So what is that divisional round?
Yeah.
I mean, this is slightly better, I guess. Hold on. It's a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
He just so basically it might just be coaching that game.
maybe.
That's probably how they called it up then. Like, yo, we just gonna
Ah,
stick. We see something on this side of the field. We're gonna take advantage of. Which, if I'm not mistaken, Sutton is the corner on that field, which a lot of people do go at him a lot.
mm,
The
yeah,
one who,
yeah.
because Mike Evans, I mean Baker went to that side a lot with Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me pull up the Baker Mayfield. Let me look. Yeah, because maybe that is one of them things of just like we're doing this intentionally. Like we're only going to one side of the
Because I
field
remember
because
some
we're
of Mike
attacking
Evans' biggest
somebody.
catches came on that sideline.
That's a good point. Look at us getting to the bottom of it. Nope, not at all. Nope,
No, he
nope.
had some big catches on that side though.
Yeah, yeah, but nope.
What Baker look like then?
Baker is spreading it around the field
And
like a
then that's
real
what you.
quarterback.
I don't know because it ain't like the Detroit has some top defense to where you gotta simplify it for Purdy. Like, why
No,
do
that's
it
what's
against?
weird. Yeah, like what? That's wow. These are things that we just won't know, man. I'm weak. Is my camera frozen? What the fuck?
I would say the mouse is moving.
Yeah, everything moved. My camera ain't going on. But
This
yeah,
man
like
Baker was really out there
he
just
was spreading it
didn't.
around,
This
spreading the
man,
wealth.
he was really dotting that shit up though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, he.
Oh no, I just
Oh, this
went.
man just missed the dunk. How the hell that?
Damn, I'm really froze. I wonder how long that shit been froze like that. Just me just sitting there looking crazy. Mid sentence and shit. Oh,
Look
let
like
me
you found
pause this
some.
real quick.
Look like you found a.
But yeah, the 49ers. I don't even know where we stopped. I don't know where we stopped. Let's get into a full preview of this.
Oh man.
Or do you want to hear my fucking thing that I wrote down about the quarterback standards? What do you want to do? We don't have to read my shit. Let's just go to the fucking what's name. This shit long. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, I don't want to read this. All right. Super Bowl preview. Brock Purdy's gonna have nightmares. If you think you can cut off half the field and run your plays all to the left, that's just not happening. It's
I
not
think it's
happening.
gonna come down to a lot of people want to see a shootout. I don't think. I think we're gonna keep it defensive type of game, and
Oh yeah,
we just
been that
gonna make
way.
the plays to make the plays. Pat gonna make the plays that he need to make. I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Kelsey gets Super Bowl MVP surprise in this game or something where he gets has
Hey,
another
12 to
10 for
1.
100, 10 for 120 and 2 touchdowns. It's just like unless Pat just throw for 325 and has a 70% and has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. You better go
Like this
bet it
last
down,
game,
bro.
this last game, and if you had to pick, if this last game was the Super Bowl, who would you pick for MVP, Trav or Mahomes?
Probably I feel like Mahomes
Because he's the
15 for
quarterback, but
15. Yeah, he dominated. I mean, Travis Kelsey would be right, like it would be tough.
it would have been like a you wouldn't be surprised if he would have got it. It's just like, oh man,
No.
the one thing is gonna be like, oh, you snub Pat Mahomes and Super Bowl MVP, and it's because for legacy wise, it's just like
Yeah.
who's the last tight end that has a tight end even got Super Bowl MVP before?
I don't think so.
Chalk it up, 12 to 1. Put it on if you're a betting man.
As a tight end, ever won Super Bowl MVP.
Mike Ditka, wasn't he a tight end? Did he ever win? I don't think he won
No.
it. I'm just naming. Tony never. Nope, no Grunt, no Tony.
A tight end has never won the Super Bowl MVP. No, bro. This is the most childish shit, bro. If you Google this, the top fucking thing, the result that shows up is Super Bowl MVP winners by position. Note that a tight end has never won the Super Bowl MVP, period. No tight end has ever been Mr. Taylor Swift either.
That's what it says.
That's what it says if you Google this right now. Like, that's sick. That's sick as fuck, bro.
Where did that even come from? Like what?
It's just from some website, vsin.com, because it's the Super Bowl odds and past Super Bowl MVP winners.
No tight ends ever been super. That is so
That is
childish.
disgusting, bro. But so yeah, no Titans ever won. It's 12 to 1 right now. It's pretty good odds. I think I put like $2 on it just to win. So I think it went paid out like $20 or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
L'Jarius Sneed though, 100 to 1. That was one where I was like, if Brock Purdy has a nightmare game and L'Jarius and Sneed is just going crazy,
Well, but like
I can
maybe
see that
like
too.
you
Chris
could see
Jones was 100
maybe
to 1. I put him on there because that could also be a nightmare scenario where he's just like, fuck it. I'm here.
what's Karlaftis?
It's probably way higher than that. I didn't even look.
That
Probably
man get a damn near
150
you
to
could
1, 200 to 1, something like that.
that man if I don't know, he could mess around, have 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles.
Boy.
It's just
So
and be like
let's do this. Let's do this. What do you play the game out for me from the beginning? Like, how does this game start? What's the progression
uh
of it? Who wins? Like high score, low score. I feel like you already alluded to that, but walk me through your version of how this game goes.
I think it's kind of gonna go how it kind of went with the Ravens. To be honest, just play the game that we've been playing. Like lean on defense a little bit, but also lean on Pat Mahomes making the right plays when he need to the right person at the right time. So I mean, get the ball if they get the ball back first. If they get the ball back first, if they get the ball first, then I
Yeah.
mean, Spags just gone. I don't know what he actually do coming out because I don't know if he's gonna just try to stack the box, stop Christian from running, and then force Purdy to throw. But that's what I'm saying. We got two all pro damn DBs, man. Like I would just Snead? Who's they receivers like besides Ayuk, Debo? So I would say Debo and Ayuk could be a good matchup for Snead and
Yeah. Then you asking
McDuffie.
Juwan Jennings, Chris Conley.
But then you got hopefully Willie Gay come back, who will probably end up getting McCaffrey out the backfield.
You got 2 weeks, yeah.
Uh,
So that
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I just think it's going. I think we just gonna make the plays necessary, especially defensively. I think we're gonna get a lot of key sacks, and I think we pick them off once. Um, the interception might come at the end of the game to seal it. It's gonna be
Okay.
like fourth quarter, 8 minutes left.
Because what
We
really
up.
ended this game, the last time we played, what really ended the game was what's his face got a safety. It was 28-23.
Yeah,
We scored, it was 35-23, and then they get a safety like on third down. Yeah, third and
that's
nine, they
what
get a safety with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it's like the game's over now. And we drive the
yeah, too
field in
much
5
momentum.
plays, score a touchdown. Like it's over.
You think Pat don't want to win the Super Bowl in the Raiders home?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Ooh, hey, the flag buried under Legion Stadium, so
yeah, I know.
that's a. Of course, we play a playoff game in their new stadium before they do. It's only right.
That's sick.
Excuse
I don't know. I just
me.
feel like it's just gonna be one of those defensive games. I think we come out on fire like we did because we can script up anything. We're gonna probably attack with Pacheco. We know they can't hold the run.
Yeah,
So and then I feel like they had some they played some good running backs in the playoffs. Aaron Jones, Montgomery, and Gibbs, and
they
now you
all
gotta play
they
against
all got off
Pacheco.
though. That's
Yeah,
the
I know that's what I'm
problem.
saying.
Every single one
So
of them had like almost
but
100
the thing about
yards.
it is the difference between those teams and this teams is
The
the
defense is good.
quarterback you also got to stop is Patrick Mahomes. So it's
True.
like, oh, we're going to stop the run. That means we're going to stack the box. That means you playing man most likely on the outsides and on Travis. You don't
Yeah,
want to do that. Or you can play a zone and watch Pat Mahomes just carve you up
cook
as
you up,
well.
or Travis Kelsey just run around and just destroy your zone.
And then let the running back get his running rushing yards off draws and stuff. I mean, so it's just like it's hard to.
I I really think this shit is really gonna. It's as crazy as it seems. I think this whole thing is gonna come down to Brock Purdy. I
Well,
think
yeah,
Pat is gonna do what he do. They're gonna put up 20 points, 24 points, somewhere around there. And it's really gonna, and I feel like that's just the script. They're just gonna come out and be able to run what they want to run. We have our struggles here and there, but they score kind of like how the Bills game went, where it was like we kind of just moved around how we needed to move when we needed to do it, and it kind of just came down to, hey, Josh Allen, can you do something? And I think that's what we do is put Brock Purdy in that situation, just like Lamar.
yeah.
Hey, can you win the game?
Show me you can do this.
Now the difference is you have five guys: Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo, and I'll even throw Jawan Jennings in there because of the, third and Jawan, wherever the fuck his nickname is. You got five guys that can get open. So Snead, McDuffie, that locks up two. Willie Gay can kind of temper some of that in the pass game with McCaffrey, maybe a little bit.
Tranquil probably hold a little bit
Tranquil.
down.
So
You
it's
got
like,
Reed. Hopefully Edwards
now
come
you know what?
back. I don't know.
I bet you Willie Gay is gonna be on if he's healthy, he'll be on Kittle a lot. Because who else matches up with Kittle?
Tranquil.
Nah, he
Oh
too
no, they might
small.
do Edwards.
He too small.
Yeah, but you
Only
sometimes
person
you got to put that safety on there.
that's true, but the only person I'm not worried about getting bullied is Willie Gay. because even Bolton, he's
A little
short,
slow. A
too
little
slow
slower
too.
too,
Yeah.
though.
So then it's like that's the only good matchup you have. But it's
I
like,
mean, it ain't like we need a spy. I mean, Purdy
yeah,
can, but I feel like I trust our D line and whoever we get the blitz to handle that.
I
They just
think
got to hit.
yeah, I think if we win this game, it's some like 24-27, and they kind of Brock Purdy maybe blows it with the
I
last
got like
possession. You
I
know what I
got some right
mean?
now. I'm sitting somewhere around like 23-17.
I can see that. One of these one score games and the 49ers have the ball and Purdy kind of just sprays it and we go, he missed it, but they could have won the game. And then we have to hear that
It's
for
like the Jimmy
6
G. Like Jimmy
months.
G completes that pass,
If
then
he
Chiefs
completes
just
that pass, they will win this game going away. It's like, but he didn't. He didn't.
yeah.
Same thing. Like if the
If D
Lions
Ford wasn't lined off sides,
D
we
Force
win against
one,
the
yeah.
Patriots.
If the Josh Reynolds and Jameson Williams catch those passes that they drop, the Lions win that game. Like
If
the
if if we like the if yeah, that was
if
it.
game is gets crazy.
We could be in our sixth straight Super Bowl. Like
If we had one more receiver, we would have went 20-0. You can just say if and then put
right.
anything after it. Like you can just if everything away. But the facts
If
is the
Aaron
fact.
right, yeah, the facts is the facts.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was healthy, maybe they in the Super Bowl right now. If Russell Wilson wasn't washed, maybe he's the greatest quarterback of all time. You can just start if in anything. If Zach Wilson went to the right team, maybe he is on a Mahomes like trajectory right now. Like you can just
No,
if whatever you want, you
oh,
know?
that's not an if I believe.
I'm just
You
saying.
couldn't even if that to me.
If you put Zach Wilson on the 49ers, maybe he's as competent as Purdy is.
No.
No, I'm just fucking around. Now, these are just the most ridiculous ifs. It's like, yeah, ifs is, but I mean, that's part of what we do though, is do a lot of ifs. That's what we just
Yeah,
did.
we
We
just
just did a whole thing of ifs. If this happens, this is what the score might be.
shout out to the people who said that's all we do. Is go, you're just doing a lot of ifs. I'm like, I don't even think we
Well,
if
yeah.
that much. I think we just did a lot of facts. I don't think,
No,
but
with the Purdy shit, like that whole thing of like you just if you take away all this, if your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle. That line is like the most played out shit. Well, guess what? If you take away 3 plays from Purdy, he played bad. Yeah, same with Lamar. Let me go look at Lamar shit because I wasn't
the
gonna do
the
it because
pass
of
to
that.
himself,
If you no, if you take away the bomb to Zay
Zay,
Flowers, he had two
right,
bombs to Zay Flowers. One was 39 yards, one was 54 yards.
and then
So
got
that's
cut because
90
of that taunting.
yards. So think about this. Let me see now. I'm about to do the whole and I tried to avoid doing this because I love doing that shit because it puts into perspective what somebody did outside of a couple chunk plays. You could do it with Mahomes. You take away the 30-yard bomb, he only had 200 yards. But guess what? He still would have went 29 for 38. But okay, let's go. If you take away those 2 plays, he's 18 for 35, which is just barely
Just a
over
tick over
50%.
50.
Like, yeah,
Just a tick over.
just barely over. You're one pass over 50%. And then we talking about taking away 90 yards. So he would be 18 for 35 with 180 yards. That's not good. That is not good. And then you factor into that what? He had 200 yards in the second half. So then you start looking at, okay, so then you take away that bomb, he would have had 30 yards in the first half, which is what a lot of people have been saying. Oh, the Chiefs only had 32 yards in the second half. Yeah, well, if you take away one play from Lamar, he has 30 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
This shit just, you can do that all. Of course, you can sit around and do that because it adds context to what the fuck is really going on. It's not
Right. It's
just
just like it's
pure
two good
hypothetical
plays.
bullshit.
Yeah.
People act like saying that is the same as being like, well,
Yeah,
if
I mean, even if you the thing about that one of those deep balls that made it such a good play is because even if you do if you could take that away, like if we would have got the sack, it would have been a sack. So it's just
yeah.
like
So
that's what
you
made it a good play is because he dodged the sack and threw the ball down there.
yeah.
So
The thing that I did with Purdy isn't one of those ifs. It's hey, like those plays, those couple good plays, make the all the rest of this bad seem better than it is. And
Right.
that's the context of it. It's not a this crazy hypothetical that if he played for the Bears, he'd be out of the league right now. It's like, okay, yeah, but like
He
that
doesn't.
the context of this is that the man had three good plays the entire game. Like and everything else was outside of that is mediocre. But
That's what I'm saying. But he cannot be mediocre against the Chiefs. Too good
no,
a defense. It'd probably be the
absolutely
best
not.
defense he played since the Ravens.
He is going to have nightmares of the coverage that's going to happen in the back end unless they can get on script and run the ball and just take the. I think that would be their game plan. Let's get the ball out of Purdy's hands. And our
Quick.
game plan is let's force Purdy to throw the ball just like we did Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Just the opposite of Josh Allen. And really now that I think about it, that's what they did to Tua was like, we're gonna blitz you. You have to throw the ball. Like that's what they did
Yeah.
to Tua. You got to throw the ball off time, getting blitz with people in your face. Good luck. It's kind of crazy that that's basically outside of Josh Allen. We have just dared the rest of the
Everybody to
quarterbacks
throw.
to throw. Yeah, that's probably what we're
But
gonna do in the
Josh Allen
Super
was like,
Bowl.
yeah, we'll give you those run yards. Go ahead, buddy. We know you want them anyway.
Hmm. That's crazy. We're just like, please try to throw on us. Scary thing here is you got guys that can legitimately get open over and over again. So that's the only
Yeah.
worrying part. And last time we played him, oh no, he played. Never mind. I'm about to say it looked like Ayuk didn't play, but no, he played.
No, he played. He was just locked up somewhere on the other side.
No, he has 7 for 82. It wasn't he did pretty good.
Sound like Clamps. He can't get 7 for 82 when I put money on him.
Boy, right? Every time you put hey, that's what we need to do. Just put money on the 49ers doing good and they'll lose.
Yeah,
That's how
it
they'll
seemed like
lose right there.
every time I was be like, "Are you? Oh yeah, he can get 5 catches,
Hmm.
3." I'm like, what is
What the
going
fuck
on?
happened?
And then the next week, you want to get 7 for 80. It's like, man,
Ah, man. But so I feel like we already did our predictions. That's mine. 24-17. You had what? 20, you said 23
23
something.
16.
You might as well say the same thing. What the
Well, I said
fuck?
23
We won.
17. I said
Okay,
23
okay.
17.
But yeah, so we're roughly the
Oh, we
same
travel.
area. Roughly the same area for this, but I think we obviously, Chiefs fans. We rooting for
Obviously, yeah,
you.
we
Patrick
gonna pick the
Mahomes the
Chiefs.
GOAT.
Like,
I mean, it is hard not to.
hey,
Especially guy, we don't neither of us trust Brock Purdy. Maybe if one of us was a little more trusting, then we'd have had more of a debate for this. But
nah,
no,
nah. He
no.
showed us the last 2 weeks that he can be caught. So all we got
Yes.
to do is we got 2 weeks to game plan. I'm
Ooh,
sure Spags is already drawing shit up.
man, that man had fucking Tom Brady losing his shit in two different Super Bowls. So,
Too.
ooh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
tough. Bruh, this shit is just a random aside, but Michael Irvin said that if Lamar won this game, he could close the gap, but he could have closed the gap between him and Mahomes. Talking about Lamar, like
Michael Irvin just be having
I
some of the outrageous takes. I just be like,
I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there thinking like, so he wins one game, and he's still under. He would have been 3-3 going into the Super Bowl with two MVPs, and we would have said we would just that would make people be like he's on the same level as Mahomes. Like what the fuck?
arguably the best quarterback in the league right now. I'm like, yeah, I don't listen to people when they say that. It's like no,
And then they
that
brought
because
up the Peyton Manning thing. Well, Peyton Manning struggled, so that means Lamar still has time to go win a Super Bowl and catch up to
Peyton
Mahomes,
Manning struggled because he was just out there just throwing shit.
bruh.
Then he started. I don't know.
I mean, Peyton Manning was 0-3 until he was like 30 years old.
Well, yeah, I know he didn't win his first Super Bowl till like what 9 years in the league.
He's 7.
Well, so all we saying
No,
is next year it
so
was
99. He came in 99.
he didn't
So
win
yeah,
till
7 because he won in 06. Maybe he was 20. I think he was 27 when he won whenever he won his first playoff game, it was fucking against us. It was against the fucking Chiefs. I know that.
yeah, I know. Well, and that was he did that a couple of times because I know in '03 when we was the number one seed, they came to our house and beat us in the divisional round.
It was no
I I thought it was
first
'08.
his first win was in
He won,
2004 against the Denver Broncos. Then he
but he
beat
won his
us
Super
in the
Bowl in
next
'08.
round. Nah, he won the Super Bowl February 2007, so the 2006
7.
season.
Okay.
Yep. Oh man.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
beat
yeah,
he
7. Because I
beat
remember
the
I was in
Chiefs
eighth
in the
grade when
wild
he
card
won this.
round of that year. That's crazy. I didn't remember that, to be honest.
I remember him playing against us and beating us. I remember because we never could get past the Colts.
The Chiefs scored
Every time we
8
played the Colts
fucking
in the
points.
playoffs.
That had to be the end of Trent Green, bro. Larry Johnson had 32 yards. Trent Green threw for 107 yards and 2 picks.
Mm, mm,
Tony
mm.
Gonzalez, 4 catches for 25 yards. Everybody got locked up.
That was what 7.
Oh seven. That's the end of that era.
That was that.
God
Yeah, that was when
damn.
Tony Gonzalez left that year, didn't he?
I think so, yeah. Ah, that's tough. Yeah, I don't that's so sad.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm.
back when I would get Madden and just try to rebuild the Chiefs every time I got a Madden.
Man, just like I'm just gonna trade them for everybody.
Trade everybody,
They
start
take the
over.
salary cap off and just start getting all
Yep,
superstars.
yep, boy, build your own team. But all right, let's get up out of here, man. That was a good episode.
Mm.
Super Bowl right around the corner. Then a whole lot of basketball.
Whole lot of basketball and draft, NFL
Boy,
draft. Can't forget the NFL draft.
nah, the NFL draft going. And it's one of them crazy years too, with a bunch of quarterbacks. We just back here.
Mm,
We're just in a weird era with the draft where it's gonna be like this for a while till somebody fails, right? Like how much of a failure,
yeah,
much more of a failure do you have to be than Bryce Young before we stop doing like 7 straight quarterbacks in the first round? Like when does
man.
this stop?
I mean, because they all finding that next quarterback. You mean you see all these quarterbacks that come in, and the AFC is loaded, man. If I
Is
was a
it?
quarterback, I have to be. I'm just saying, like,
Is it really though? Because I
I
guess
mean,
because the
from
real
what
question
every,
from that
I
is
mean, a
Trevor
lot.
Lawrence that good?
If you, I don't know, but if you ask a lot
That's
of these fans, if you ask a lot of these fans,
it's better
they
than
all
the
think they
NFC.
got that quarterback
Yeah, it's better
to
than
at
the
least.
NFC. I'll say that.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
sure.
But it's just like,
Yeah,
what you got like 7 AFC teams to be like, oh yeah, I trust my quarterback.
true.
Because every Jets fan is gonna say they trust Aaron Rodgers coming off
Aaron
this injury just
Rodgers.
because they're so used to being like
Yeah,
in that they have
Herbert,
nothing else to
Burrow,
believe.
Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence,
Lamar, Trevor
Lamar,
Lawrence, CJ Stroud,
C.J. Stroud. Now
Anthony Richardson when he come back. I think the Colts,
he was cooking though.
I
I'll give
think
him
they
yeah.
like them like that.
So half
So
half the AFC.
yeah, half the AFC is just like we trust our quarterback right now. So
uh,
I don't even think we named Herbert,
yeah, I said
but
Herbert. But yeah, so I hope you guys
Russell Wilson
enjoyed
will probably end up going to somebody in the AFC.
Yeah, that would be crazy. The
Mm,
Patriots got a top 3 draft
Patriots,
pick. They might take Drake May, and he
J-
might be good.
no, they might take Jaden Daniels.
That's true. I guess it depends on how it falls. We'll talk about it. It's
Yeah,
coming. We got
when it comes to
months.
that, we'll see.
We got 2 months straight of drafts and NF or NBA talk. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was fun as always.
Per
Follow,
usual.
subscribe to the YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Is look up, just search Carver 2X. You will find the podcast. You will find clips. You'll find all that good stuff. Follow,
Mm.
rate, give us a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, give us some ads. So yeah, that's it. See you guys.
Peace.